YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in Total War Rome 2 on the Octavian campaign. It is actually halftime in the big Red River rivalry showdown between Oklahoma and Texas. And I should have just been playing the game the whole time. It's like one of those games where Oklahoma's currently winning, but it's so bad that it's like, I wish you all would have told me you were going to suck so bad so that I could have just played Total War and felt like I accomplished something a lot more entertaining. So in any case, let's keep things moving. Got some buildings that we can to put in at Latium, but let's take a look around. Just kind of again see where our priorities lie. I want to get a manipular barracks here, and then Biatica. Not sure just yet how I want to do that. Tarraco, we probably do want a gladiator school. Help boost the public order there. And then in this province, I'm going to drop a... Let's put in a sanitation site up here. I'm just trying to keep that province happy because I don't intend on conquering any of the territory from the Gauls since they're allied with me currently. There wouldn't be a whole lot of sense in that. Now let's see, what should we put here? At Massalia. Drop in another forum. Don't think I want to upgrade that just yet. Let's go ahead and upgrade that farm there. And Cisalpina, we've had this structure here for a while. It's a library, let's go ahead and build it up. Now I think at Latium we could go ahead and add in some more agricultural buildings here just to keep boosting the economy and the food supply for me to continue my upgrades. Noria should be coming under control with Octavian there here pretty quickly, and then we'll kind of just have to decide where to roll to next. Probably want to go ahead and defeat any remaining enemies that I have in the north, and then we'll take on Antony. I wonder how Galatia's looking here. Galatia is at war with Persia, Drangiania. They're a client state of Antony's Rome. So Antony's Rome has some fights going on in the east that may help distract them. I wonder if Armenia is also a client state. Parthia starts out with a large territory. Be curious to see how much of that they have remaining, but apparently they still own quite a few provinces here, so we'll see how their fight against Antony goes. The better it goes, the better for me. Because eventually I'm going to have to take the fight to Antony. We've already taken down 2 pretenders with Pompey and Lepidus. So, pretty good work so far. Let's see, 5 growth per turn, 3 growth per turn. Let's put the garrison one in. Alright, let's go ahead and end this turn. Got that army moving down to Carthago Nova just for general defense in case something gets a little bit hectic in Iberia. I'm gonna have to check on my political status at the moment as well. Not really sure how that's going down. I haven't had any warnings about civil war, so hopefully we're okay.
We do not ask it lightly, but the gods favor it.
I can't join your war just yet because I'm not prepared to, but I have more armies headed that way, so, well, I said we weren't getting warnings about civil war, but apparently we are again. And even though it says low chance, I'm very much tempted to, we could assassinate one of our own generals and lose some influence. Not as much as I would like, though. Any marriages that we can do here? No? No? No marriages? No? So, yeah, I'm not sure what we want to do here. Adopting gains us some, or loses us some centers, but in the long run it probably builds stuff for my party, but I don't really care. Let's just see what happens. That dropped me down to 69. And then I think this is the guy that I just adopted. And we can force this guy to divorce his wife too, which would lose us even more senators. Let's just do that. There we go. So, lost some influence. All these guys I think have already been forced to divorce their wife. I have no idea how to run this right. I could try assassinating my own guys too, just to further screw stuff up. But I think that'll do for now. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully we're not going to just sit here and get hit with one civil war after another. That's pretty annoying. If so, I might just say screw it and just get myself really strong. And then, yeah, just make it harder, hopefully, for my enemies. There we go. So yeah, Norea is coming under control very nicely. I think we had an army down here at Massalia that I want to take up against the Marcomanni. So we'll march to Vesontio and then over to Bergium. So should be getting close there. This army here. This guy's no doubt unhappy with me after just having forced him to divorce his wife after adopting him into our party. I'm sure he's feeling very loyal at the moment. And we've got a lot more money again, so let's just run through some of the buildings that it makes sense to upgrade. I want to upgrade those farms, but it's just not quite time yet. Corduba. Gladiator School gives me extra wealth. Really no reason to upgrade either of those at the moment. Ebosim, let's go ahead and build our auxiliary camp. Just trying to decide what makes the most sense to upgrade at this point. Uses a little more food, but I think we should have enough. Gives us some more wealth from maritime trade, so probably not a bad thing. The public order here at Norea should be fine eventually, but I'm worried about adding any bonus or any boost to Squalor before I'm able to fully control it. So I think once again we're just going to end a turn. I think our next fight coming up is going to just be against the Marcomanni. Just finish them off and then we'll help the Belgae finish off all of their enemies, and then that way maybe we can get ready to take the Peloponnese from Antony's Rome, and then we'll probably need a couple of armies to come in through North Africa and fight against
all would surely
Egypt.
benefit if we agreed to open trade from this day on.
That's okay. I don't want to fight these guys right now, so that will just make sense for the time being. They're kind of a neutral faction at the moment. No enemies. My income is doing spectacular. Economy, everything should be good. I'm not as strong as I could or probably should be from a military standpoint, but it's not too bad. Couple more turns and Norea ought to be able to support itself. The Daco-Thracian Confederation, though, has another province over here that I'd like to take away from him. Let's just see. Yeah, Norea can support itself for the moment. And Octavian's ready to move against his enemies. So should be all set for that. Those Velites aren't bad because they have a whole bunch of chevrons, but I'm curious. Yeah, no units there that I really want from standpoint of mercenaries. And again, let's just keep throwing down upgrades on buildings where it makes sense. And I'll upgrade the farms at Norea as well as soon as I feel like there's not going to be any detrimental effects from it. Alright. Got Rome. And Rome is experiencing very good public order at the moment. So I could probably just upgrade this fishing port. It's not a huge benefit, though. I'm not really sure it's worth it. Let's see. What do I want to build at Narbonensis? I think I'm just going to go ahead and drop in a library. And then these are the buildings that it just never hurts to upgrade because it just gives you a little boost to public order and income. So, again, never a bad thing. Alright. And let's go ahead and upgrade this civil town here at Ilaria. And we've got Octavian on his way, and let's keep this army moving towards Marcomanni territory. In fact, we can get right up here on the border then be ready to plunge in, take these guys out. And let's keep an eye again, so our agents can make this one better at tempt and poison and all that kind of stuff. Let's take a look at the map here. So I've got this agent training this army. Recruit agents. Got as many agents as I can have. I mean, this army's got pretty nice training on it now from this guy. I could bring this agent elsewhere, but let's just keep him there because I'll probably end up training other armies there to attack North Africa as well, especially if I can pick up some Balearic slingers from that auxiliary barracks. If I can get those, then I'll want to train from that province at Hispania. I think we're ready to just end another turn. We're almost finished with our research, which allows me to do full upgrades on farms. I need to kind of check next and see what would be best. I could do more civil research potentially, but it may be best to go ahead and just finish the upgraded military, because I've been struggling a little bit against the buffs that the AI carries on some of their troops, so it wouldn't be bad to get all my troops upgraded to a better standard.
Do not ask it lightly, but the gods favor it. An attack on these people would aid our cause.
Agreed. I'm going to join them against the Marcomanni, and they offered me money for it, so Numidia and Celtiberians have negotiated peace, which is good. And I am in a great position to hit the Marcomanni here with this force, so take them out of force march, and we'll try and save the Belgae, who are under siege at Terfidium. And these guys have quite a few garrison units. I'm going to actually just let the auto-resolve, well, I was going to let the auto-resolve take this, but it's going to give them a ton of kills, so I'm actually not going to let the auto-resolve take this. We're going to actually fight it. And I'm going to have to try and lure them out to where I can minimize the number of kills they're going to get. They do have a Wolf Warrior and a Sword Master, which are going to be dangerous units. We're going to want to hit them with our javelins at all cost. And we're just going to want to support our legions with rear charges as quickly as possible. They actually sallied out against me, which was a huge mistake, I think, because they would have had better cover in town. And although they have a good field position here, I'm pretty sure that's not going to do them a whole lot of good. I'm actually surprised the AI hasn't deployed on top of the hill. Let's go ahead and start this battle. I'm just going to advance in the checkerboard formation again. I'm going to be surprised if these guys don't pull back up higher on this hill. The AI may be thinking they're in a perfectly good spot though, but yeah, I'm worried about these Sword Masters and the Wolf Warriors. Hex Bears can kill my morale as well, but definitely worried about the Sword Masters. And apparently Germanic youths are capable of bringing down cavalry too. We learned that in the last game, so we'll have to watch out for them as well. Apparently Legionary Cav is no match for Germanic youths. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play. And let's just move our troops up to this point. They have some Germanic scout riders as well to keep an eye out for.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Get our general up here. General's got quite a few abilities. Let's see what they do. Send to the breach gives my guys charge bonus and speed. It's not bad. Second wind, inspire, intimidate. We'll have to use intimidate on the Sword Masters if we get a chance. That'll keep them from using their unit abilities. Let's see. They've now got longbow hunters up front, which means that they're going to have a range advantage. Let's go ahead and push our skirmishers forward. Support them with infantry. And keep our cavalry ready to pounce. Okay, this is going to force the AI forward. I'm going to control my own men here. Let's try and take out a few of these Germanic youths real quick. See if we can get a nice volley. Really? Less than 10 kills for so many. Okay. I'm going to pull all my skirmishers back. Let's get some counter charges. Okay, so we've kind of gotten the main lines taken care of. And they're gonna peel off spears to chase my legionary cav. Let's let them do that. And let's go for these gaps with our legionnaires. And just keep a couple of units in reserve. And let's go hit these. Get through there. Alright, so I've got the Germanic youths pinned down. Let's run some hammer and anvil because their Woden-ass spears here are actually just straight up destroying my legions. Let's actually pull this legion back, keep them safe, and let's inspire some of my guys in the center here. I've got all my Velites bunched up, unfortunately. Let's pull them back. Get away from those spears. Get away from those sword masters. And we successfully pulled our legions out of that fight. We gave them some reinforcements.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Should have brought these reinforcements to bear already as well. Alright, my cav actually did manage to kill their Germanic youths this time, which is nice. Let's keep my general ready to support. And they got some Germanic scout riders and stuff chasing me over here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
These wolf warriors are shattered. Let's bring in a rear charge here and see if we can finish this. Germanic scout riders are going to get destroyed by my legionnaires over here. And then we got the sword masters. Let's take these guys off fire at will. Let's get our general ready to intimidate on the sword. Actually, they've already used their headhunt. So let's war cry the sword masters.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And bring these guys over here. See if we can use our general for some... Really? Germanic scout riders still alive? Split up our legionary cav. And then let's get our legionary cav out over here. And we had another one that was in behind these scout riders who should have been dead already, but I'm gonna have to pull back and attack those guys. And let's go ahead and use intimidate, fear, and then pull these guys back. Just keep pulling away from the sword masters. I'm gonna skirmish them down with my Velites. And the skirmishing is actually not going very well for me. Pull back. Pull back. Really? When I said pull back, I kind of meant it.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's get these guys into the breach. And then we'll immediately bring in a rear charge there. Get rid of that Woden-ass spears. All the Germanic troops are now gone. We took relatively few losses, far fewer than the AI was going to give us. And the Swordmaster should bite the dust at this point. Gave my legions into the breach, which gave them a better charge and everything as well. And they're doing quite well, actually. We're going to continue this process and run these guys down. Wait till we find out that that general's dead before we let him get away. But all the sword masters are completely surrounded, and the ones that are left are completely engulfed, and there's really no getting away. You can see like one of them right there. Another one right here trying to survive. Somehow the enemy general either hasn't been called out as dead or he's still alive. Haven't figured that out yet. Apparently there's still a few sword masters in here. Here's one right there. This guy's managing to just like dodge attack after attack. AI seems very determined to get away with these sword masters. I can't even see where the remnants of them are at this point. It's somewhat ludicrous. Okay, I have no idea what my units are even chasing at this point. Maybe if we pull out for a second, we can actually spot the remaining sword masters. So my men are just like running around like crazy.
The enemy general
Well, apparently
is dead.
that was him right here. Oh! That was the enemy general that just got decapitated by this beast of a legionnaire. So, glad someone finally got him. And apparently he was probably the last one there. But he took his took his comeuppance, got himself decapitated. That guy has a cool name, Septimus Cinna. I like that. So, let's see. Occupy. So, we've forced the Marcomanni out of that settlement. But they still have a number of forces left, and the Belgae are in a little bit of trouble here. They're besieged at Tillafurdum, and we're going to need to break them loose. So we'll have to do what we can. Let's actually convert this over into a Temple of Jupiter, and then tear this building down. I'll put a farm in its place. So, striking a blow against the Marcomanni, definitely worthwhile. And then let's go up here. It looks like the Helvetii are preparing to support me against the Daco-Thracian Confederation. I can't quite reach their city here. And looks like the Daco-Thracians are moving against someone else. Like they're just kind of forced march away from their last, what appears to be one of their last settlements. May not, no, it's not the last one. There's another one up here. So we'll have to take those down as well. Let's see, the 7th Legion looks like it has earned some upgrade for its general. So it mostly got authority and strategist there. Let's go ahead and open up covert action just in case we need it. And then we've got an agent who's leveled up here, and we can give militancy, which does better training for our men. So that'll end up being worthwhile now as well. And we've got a ton of money. Let's take a look at our building situation. I'm again running out of buildings to upgrade, kind of. And again, at Norium, I really want to wait to upgrade these farms until I get a handle on what kind of public order I'm going to have, because we're still getting rid of the Celtic culture. I might go ahead and just upgrade the main town center. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I don't think it's gonna revolt. Just go ahead and throw down upgrades on all those buildings. Kind of just see how that goes. Getting a lot more fights up in the north than I expected on this one. I expected to be just in constant war with the other Roman factions, and I've been really surprised that that Antony's Rome hasn't done more than what it has. Looks like Belgae trying to fight back here. And the Helvetii asking for my assistance. We'll give it to them, just auto-resolve. They can have them another settlement over there. Especially since they've been helpful, I'll be gracious enough to cede that to them, even though I'd really rather own it myself. They've got a pretty nice little army there. That's the same one that helped me earlier, I think. Numidia ends its non-aggression pact. That's weird. I haven't done anything against them, but it could just be the bad feelings between them and the Celtiberian Confederation are causing issues. Egypt's made peace with Numidia as well. And then they want to blackmail Octavian, and it's going to cost me like 20,000 talents. You can blackmail him all you want. Don't really care. Yeah. Blackmail away, my friends. Blackmail away. Wonder if I can assassinate my own general here to lose a few more senators. Just wounded our own general. Nice. And then I'm going to pick one of my own generals because it'll lose me even more senators. I think in the end it gains you support, but whatever. Seems like any general I put in a veteran legionnaire is doomed to die. So there we just cost ourselves more senators. So basically, it's the political stuff. I don't understand it well enough to know, I guess, quote-unquote, right way to do it. So I just use whatever approach feels like it might work. And long run, it may not be good. So if you're here looking for advice, you may want to go talk to some folks on the forums before you decide that my way is the best way to do it, because it very well may not be. This settlement here is very upset. Let's see, where are these places at? It's this province and then Istros. Where the heck is Istros? Bergium, Istros way over here. So these are two tribes that I'm not at war with. I honestly Probably should have just liberated this place. I'm gonna just go ahead and move this army up and see if they... No, they're not able to retrain because of the weather events. But we are gonna need to support Belgium here. I can't tell how long they have until surrender, though. So I'll get up there and try and support them as best I can. But I have no idea how long they're going to hold out at this point. We can upgrade military training for that spy, or for that agent. So this will let us have the highest level library. This one gives us really nice industrial buildings. And this one gives us the highest level town centers. This one gives us the highest level circus, like for Circus Maximus, Temple of Vulcan, all that stuff. A lot of you want me to go ahead and unlock the military stuff, though, the cohort barracks. And I probably should go ahead and do that, so let's go ahead and focus our research there. Oh, whoops, forgot to do any of my building stuff, but we should be alright. I don't have a ton of buildings that I really need to upgrade at the moment. And as far as upgrading my farms, I should only do that if I feel like I have the public order to sustain it. So certain provinces are going to be better for that than others.
The shield wall is always strong.
Yeah, we can have an unaggression pact. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so the Belgae are about to get beaten down up here. So we definitely need to come to their rescue.
Of death and honor!
And I can actually retrain in this province. So I'm just going to stay here and support the Belgae against their enemies. There's actually some Cherusci rebels there as well. And I'm probably going to have this province rebel against me too. That's okay. It'll be alright. Not particularly concerned about it at the moment. We'll survive. And then, let's see. Eastros was actually just captured by a tribe that I'm not at war with. But if I owned the rest of this province, I could at least subdue it. But I don't know who these guys are aligned with. They're at war with the Daco-Thracians. And they have allies as well. So just straight up going to war against them may not be the best idea, but at the same time, I'm enemies, I think, basically with these people up here as well, because of my allied status with the Belgae.
At your command.
So I may take Octavian
On the move.
and just kind of start a new campaign against these guys. They've actually got a decent little army up here, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop Octavian's forces. He's got some pretty nice forces there. And then this Daco-Thracian settlement over here ought to be able to be kept in check. Feeling plenty good about that. And then as far as the rest of the north, we've got that covered there. It's time for us to take all this extra money we have and start rebuilding some of our other legions that were temporarily down. So the one I'm thinking of should be right here.
Ready for battle.
So let's do some training here. Actually, we should probably do the training in Rome, where we can get the best troops. But I mean, we're kind of closer to the front here, so let's just do it here. Let's get some more legions.
It's a good life.
So I'd like to have 8 legions all together, or legionaries. And then I'll get some cav on the end of this because I've already got some skirmishers as well. There we go. That army ought to be pretty complete. Get the job done. So we'll have another kind of big full army. Then we've got one that's in Mediolanum that we could probably just go ahead and build up as well. We don't need all this extra money per se. Sweet, we can actually get gladiators in this army. And gladiator spearmen as well. Let's actually just get some legions for the center. So we'll get 6 of them. Support with some gladiators, and then let's throw some gladiator spearmen in as well, just for fun. And got plenty of cav. Let's just throw a first cohort in here for morale support. So then we ought to have another nice full army there. Anyway, that's about all I have time for now. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off.